Okay, so I said I wasn't gonna vlog any of this, but this is some bullshit. All right, so I'm in Brooklyn. I'm in what's called Prospect Park in Brooklyn, Prospect Heights. All right, I'm not too far from home, so I'm safe. There's no protesting here. Downtown Brooklyn is shut off. Okay, so the buses stopped running, Uber stopped running, and there are no buses starting to run until like maybe after midnight or after 1 a.m. That's what the guy, the bus driver said. The bus driver's right over here at the damn depot. I'm not going to put their face on camera. I'm out of respect for their privacy. It's nothing personal against them. I'm just doing this to inform people. That's the bus depot right there. One of the bus stops right there. Okay, so much for all the buses that are running to get essential workers home. I'm able to get home. I'm not too far from home again. Downtown Brooklyn is closed. Okay, but you are able to access the city through the train station. Now, there's no Uber. There's no Lyft. Okay? So from what I'm seeing, the whole city is shut down. Nothing is moving, no buses, no nothing. And you still have, see, this is where I'm at right now, Empire Boulevard. It's the last stop for all buses on this line here. This bus is the B41. Okay, so now you got your essential workers. You have the trains. The trains are still going to be shut down from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. to quote unquote clean. Okay, we're just going to assume that they really are going to clean. And in case anybody is wondering why I'm not showing my face, it's for my safety and because of the nature of my profession that I just need not be on social media posting this. I'm calling some bull poo. Okay, this is phase 2 of a curfew. I've always said that by them shutting down the subways to clean, which I'm going to reiterate, they never really had to do, and this came from somebody who cleans the subway for the MTA. There was never a reason for them to shut down the subway to clean it. It was always a curfew. Okay, but it still didn't work because there were people out here, quote unquote, unnecessarily. So again, here's another B41 bus. It's kind of blurry. And it's going to all end right there on Empire Boulevard. Nothing is going to downtown Brooklyn. So if you're stuck, you're stuck. If you don't miss that train, if you're going to miss that train, you're pretty much stuck. The main reason why I'm posting this video is because I want people to be self-reliant. I want people to sit at home and just think about how, actually the bus is running. The bus is that's the B41. It's going back to Kings Plaza. It's going back to the mall. So it's running between the mall and Empire Boulevard. We gotta social distance, ma'am. I'm sorry. You gotta put on a mask. We're still in the middle of a pandemic. Okay, I'm actually vlogging right now. I'm live. Okay, all right. So no, we're not even gonna bother editing that because this is just what's out here. So for those of you who used to follow me, thank you for finding me. For those of you who don't follow me, please comment, like, and subscribe. I'm gonna reconsider vlogging again as long as it does not compromise my employment. Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. I want everybody, even in the city, to consider to become self-reliant. Become self-reliant in your income, the way that you earn your income. Because I feel that not even 9/11 has affected this economy the way that this virus did. Not even on 9/11 have we had so many people unemployed as we do now. Not even after 9/11 have we had such a surge in violence. And I'm not even talking about police brutality. I'm talking about petty crimes, with the ones that you don't hear about in the governor's briefing, where people were getting robbed in their homes for groceries, where they're getting robbed in their homes for bottles of Clorox. I've actually had someone try to snatch a bottle of bleach out of my shopping cart. They failed. Okay, so it's dead out here. I mean, people were ripping and running home, and people were actually, I don't know, I want to say terrified, but took the curfew seriously. I had several NYPD cars pass by me. I'm not protesting. I'm actually standing at a bus stop right now, because the buses are running, like I said, between Kings Plaza, the mall area. But like I said, let's consider self-reliance. Even in the urban area, it can be done. A lot of these apartments don't have large spaces, but you get some shelving, and I'm a huge fan of IKEA, and this is not and hashtag not sponsored. IKEA is not sponsoring this video. It's just one of my favorite stores to shop at for home decor, living in the urban area, living in an apartment, and even living in the house, because I've done both. And just to consider not to depend on outside entities for your survival. Now, yeah, sure, you're free to move in your vehicle. No one is really stopping you, but if you were in a group, then maybe. But what if this curfew goes past the 7th? What if your grocery store closes at 8 p.m. and you live alone, and ordering something is not an option? Ordering your groceries is not an option anymore. Ordering food is not an option anymore after 8 p.m. You need to consider self-reliance. Can you grow your own fruits and vegetables at home in an apartment? Yes, you can. Can you earn a living working from home? Yes, you can. As an independent contractor, yes, you can. A lot of people may never go back to their office to work. You have a lot of companies that are encouraging their employees to work from home permanently. But some jobs can't do that. You do have some people who need to step out their front door to earn a living. I encourage everyone to obtain a driver's license when the DMV in your region opens, so you can have some type of freedom of movement at night. You're not standing waiting for a bus. You're not worrying about how long it's going to take for the bus to get there. I'm sorry about the ground shot, but again, like I said, I really have to consider my job.
What? I can't hear you. You gotta speak up.
And
You got no time for me. I got all the time in the world for you, baby girl.
young people that need to be home, your children should be home, but mine are. So this is creepy, because having lived in this area for a long period of time, no matter what time of night it is, the fact that the light is green, the light is getting ready to change. Did you see the light? The light is green, and I'm standing in the middle of the street. I'm literally standing in the middle of the street, in the middle of an urban area. This is Brooklyn right now. I am literally standing in the middle of the street, and I do not have the light. The light is getting ready to turn red. I am literally standing in the middle of the street. This is creepy. This is like more creepier than Times Square when the lockdown actually began. I always said that by them shutting down the trains, it was a curfew. Phase 1 of a curfew. And this is phase 2 of the curfew. You do have some stores that are open. Because things happen in the middle of the night, you might not have gotten home in time to go to the supermarket. And yes, you're going to need milk or whatever, hopefully. But next time you go shopping, Don't buy one bottle or one can of everything. Buy 2 or 3. Buy 2 or 3. One for now, one for later, and one to put away. That's it. That's all you have to do. You do this long enough, you'll have yourself a nice little stockpile. Now, that's our overhead. Just had a cop pass by, but like I said, I'm waiting at the bus stop. I'm not with a group of people. I'm standing by myself, so it's not really an issue. So, but things like that, while you're home, while you're not working, go through your bills. Look over every bill. Some of us pay out. Some of us have this online bill pay, and we get a notice that the bill is due, and we just pay it. Access your bill online while you're home. Go over everything line by line by line. Get on the phone and question every charge. Anything that'll save you some money, so you'll be able to afford to buy those extra 2 cans, one for later and one to put away, and one for now. But this really does have me thinking. That's why I got on in vlogs. I was going to go on Facebook, but I just wanted to reach a more broader, like-minded people, like the people that I subscribe to. So this is how it's probably going to be. I think it's going to go past the 7th, but I'm going to go hop on this bus right now. No, not necessarily that bus, but the next bus that comes and get my booty inside the house. But this is not what the city said it was. You do have some fast food restaurants that are open. Wendy's, McDonald's is open. Some stores are still open. The essential businesses, from what I'm seeing, is still open. But it's not what the mayor said it was going to be, that the buses are going to run all night. And there are some professions that start at 11 o'clock, like the medical field. They may do 3 to 11, 11 to 7, or so forth, have you. There's no way for these essential workers to get home. I personally am an essential worker. I took the day off. I put in for a personal day just because I rely on public transportation. And I'm only out here because I don't know about everybody else in every other state, but we're being lied to. We're being lied to. What's going on with the riots are being used as an excuse. But I feel, and this is just my opinion. This is just my opinion. Sorry that the video was so long. That they are sitting up here testing out various methods to control movement. So when the next wave comes and we get that first case, it's going to be a straight across the board lockdown of the city. A little bit extreme. I've even had someone told me that the president is going to require a 2-week lockdown of the whole country, which I don't know is true. Would he do it? It's possible. But it would not work out in his favor because it's an election year. And people will remember this. And I don't understand, like, especially, I'm only speaking for New York. I'm only speaking from New York City specifically. I can't speak for New York State because I don't live there. Our numbers are low. Our numbers of new cases are low. So we're going to open up on the 7th or the 8th. But then I had a conversation with the coworker, and they said that maybe the spoon feeding of this lockdown is that I don't even want to put it in the universe, that because it's so subtle. And I'm going to take a quote from the second season of A Handmaid's Tale when they did the flashback to how this began. It was so subtle Nobody saw it coming until it's too late. Nobody saw it coming. No one saw it coming until it was too late. Now, what if this lockdown is permanent? Has nothing to do with riots, has nothing to do with this virus. What if this is, I don't know. I'm not saying that the virus isn't real. I believe the virus is real. I have friends and family in the medical field. I believe that the vandalism does need to stop before it gets carried away, and then we move on to destroying people's personal property. It started with the businesses, started with government buildings in some states, and now it can possibly move on to private residences in other states. Comment below and let me know what's going on in your state as far as the curfew or any permanent lockdowns for 2 weeks or whatever. It's a lot of theories going on. And just let me know what's going on in your state. Any essential workers out there like me who are traveling around back and forth, what do you see? I mean, typically buses are still running, despite of the trains not running, and they're running, but they're not running their full route, and then they're going out of service. Then they're not coming back to after 1 a.m. and some routes will not be coming back to after 5 a.m. So for those people who are watching that are in a city like Chicago, Pennsylvania, or whatever, what's going on with your public transportation? Comment below.